Warriors and Cavaliers rematch of the NBA Finals, 3 straight NBA Finals, and this one went to the defending champion Golden State Warriors in Cleveland. The Cavs now have lost 8 of their last 10 games, and now players are talking about what this might mean further down the road. For more on this, let's welcome in our Cavs reporter, Dave McMenamin. Dave joining us live here from Cleveland. And Dave, an article just went up a couple of hours ago on ESPN.com, and you're talking about, you're talking about how some players are actually saying that this situation isn't fixable in Cleveland this time. Why?
Well, it's not fixable with what they currently have, and it's become an annual rite of passage, it seems, for the Cavs to go through this midseason slump. But if you go back the last several seasons, there was another thing that happened every year, which was a midseason roster-changing trade. 2015, they got Iman Shumpert, J.R. Smith, and Timofey Mozgov. 2016, it was Channing Frye. 2017, it was Kyle Korver. And the players I spoke to last night let me know that if the Cavs management and ownership intends to sit back and go into the postseason with the current crop of players they have, sure, they're going to give the best they have, and they'll give a fighting chance. And even though they have an older roster, they won't be playing back-to-back, so potentially they'll look better in the postseason than they have in the regular season. But unless there's some sort of roster help that comes via a trade, they don't believe, or there are certainly prominent players in the Cavs locker room that don't believe they'll have enough to win a championship. And that's what this whole group's put together for, to win championships while an all-time great like LeBron James still has something left in his prime. There's a bit of a standoff, though, because, of course, the Cavs' most tradable asset is the #1 pick they acquired. Used to be owned by the Brooklyn Nets. They got it in the Kyrie Irving deal, and there's a sense that the Cavs management don't want to trade it to use it as an insurance policy in case James leaves as a free agent.
And that's a big issue. They don't know how to really fully react because James hasn't given them that answer. We understand both sides there. At the end of the day, Dave, every single time LeBron James has said, this is what I want, pretty much management has gone out and done it for him with trades, with free agent signings. What specifically does he want now? Do they want now? Obviously, defense is terrible. What do they want?
I mean, certainly there is a lack of two-way impact players on this roster, on this Cavs roster as currently constructed. If they were to go up against Golden State Warriors in a 7-game series, the Warriors have 6 or 7 guys on their roster who can play on both sides of the basketball. The Cavs still have some specialists on that roster, and even their top-level talent, until we see that Isaiah Thomas can return to form, and he's only 5 games back, so it's not fair to judge who he is right now. But it's an impatient bunch, and the trade deadline is only 3 weeks away come February 8th, so I'm not going to throw names out there, and players that I spoke to didn't give specific names of the players they'd like to see on their team, but certainly the type of player, a guy who can play on both sides of the basketball.
Well, easier said than done, but again, it's important to remember to all those watching at home that LeBron James, they don't know what to do, what moves to make based on whether or not he's staying. They're in a tough quandary, is Cavaliers brass. David McMenamin with the latest on the Cavaliers discontent. The article is up now on ESPN.com.